tell me I'm wrong. Oh, look around and tell me I'm wrong. Get gone.
Qu'il était doudé, mes doudous, qu'il tardait à doudou, d'ouvrir tout son cœur à Dédé.
We've kind of fallen in love with Dinan a little bit. We'll report to Dinan. It's just lovely. It's a little bit fairy tale. Fell in love with the boat. What can I tell you? Flynn and I have continued our walk. Geoff has gone back to the bus. We're continuing our walk along the river, which is also delightful.
Venez son amour pour Dédé, et Dédé doutait d'oublier un jour sa doudou. Le sable des dunes était chaud comme leur peau. Doudou a plus Dédé. Ils s'aimaient d'amour, doudou, c'est de fruits nouveaux. Dédé a plus doudou. Mais le mois des pluies revint pour une autre doudou, plus dorée, plus dodue. Il s'en est allé très loin à l'autre bout de l'île et n'est plus jamais revenu. Doudou n'a plus Dédé. La pluie fait des ronds sur les eaux du lac salé. Doudou n'a plus Dédé.
Les-Bains, which is in Normandy, working our way back to the UK. Arromanches is a big war memorial town. That structure there on the beach is one of the Mulberry Harbours, and it was part of an experiment that the Americans and the British kind of put together as a way of landing troops. It wasn't a success, especially in France, because they took too much of a beating from the waves. Anyway, so the town is all very war celebrationary, so I'll be showing you a little bit of that. I came here back in 1996.
In the dim and dark past.
In the dim and dark past. And I don't remember any of the war, I mean, I remember the Mulberry Harbours, but I don't remember any of the war memorabilia really being as much of a feature, but I do remember it as being a really pretty little seaside town. Do we have any stops after this at all, or is this the last one?
Maybe one.
Maybe one. Let's see. Well, this is the dream, isn't it? Look at this. Loving that. It's a bit like giving birth, isn't it? I've never actually seen, I knew that they existed, but I've never seen one actually in operation before. How fabulous. Gosh, it's huge though. You see, doesn't matter how good your bus is, there's always one that goes that little bit better. Not that we would want one, it's too big. So don't worry, Gus. We're not going to trade you in for one with a baby car at the back. This guy is a stink bug, and we find them in the bus all the time. One of the joys of camping, and we're not supposed to, they're harmless, they are completely harmless, but if you squash them, then they stink. So Geoff is about to deposit this little chap outside.
My tissue is at the ready.
If we find any in the UK, we are supposed to kill them, because apparently they've been breeding and they come back in camper vans. Apparently they don't do crops any good.
Right, he's gone.
He's gone. But I want to show you that because they appear all of a sudden.
And months later.
Months and months later, they must be hatching in the bus. But I mean, not in great numbers, just one or two here and there. But we find them so like just sitting on a thing. God knows how it got there. We don't know. And then when you chuck them out, they fly away like sort of maybugs. They're quite sizable creatures.
And in searching for one, I've just noticed there's a big spider's web at the back of the telly.
Oh my God, okay, better get that. So stink bugs is a thing. It's a camper van thing. So I like every so often to disabuse you of the notion that this is some sort of a glamorous lifestyle.
A romance killer.
I am a romance killer. Stink bugs are fine. I mean, they don't appear in awful places. We've never found one in the bedroom, thank God, because I would freak. Okay, but anyway, so they just appear on curtains and
windows usually.
And on windows, yeah. So
when you're trying to get out.
Anyway, stink bugs, just wanted to say. So we were just driving past in Gus the Bus. We saw a sign for the American War Cemetery, and I've kind of seen it on TV and it looked really moving. So I thought, as we were here, let's come in and have a look. I'm not a huge thing for the war thing, but it is such a big deal around this area. It does reach you. It really does. So I wanted to just come in and have a little look. So let me show you what this is like. You cannot walk around here and not be kind of overwhelmed by the enormity of this. Every one of these guys, jeez, it's a big deal. I don't know how many graves are here. I mean, hundreds, maybe thousands. So these guys all died in 1944, There is some of them, like this one. Don't know who he was. Anyway, I wanted to come and see it. There is a British version as well. We didn't see where that was, but it's a really beautiful place. I really hope that you take it in the spirit in which it's meant. This guy here, Jesse Rose from Illinois, he was just in labour supervision. I don't know if that means maybe he wasn't in combat. This guy was a bomber. It's hard to know. They all have what they did on the gravestones. Anyway. When you look out here from the cemetery, you can't see where the sea ends and the sky begins. Kind of just like an endless blue. Maybe that's quite a fitting setting for these guys. Hello, coming to you from Grand Comte Maisie.
We finally made it to a beach.
We did. A beach that Flynn was allowed on, although, hold on, he keeps rolling in seaweed. So we're on a beach. It's amazing. Every time we've been even near a beach, just like no dogs, not even on lead, no dogs at all, ever.
But the only reason we are in this one is we're not supposed to be on the beach anyway. It's all full of roadworks and been blocked off.
The entire town.
We decided to do it the French way and rebel.
I know. If someone shouts at us, we'll go back up. But it's nice to actually walk on some sand.
Oi! Look.
Oh no, Flynn! No, no, no! No, no! Don't! No! Oh, it's an old crab. Oh no, no! Oh, Flynn! What did you do? He's carrying half the beach with him.
Oh, you bad dog. You got the ball?
Yeah. I can't see him against the seaweed. Woo! Yay!
Yay!
So you can see all this seaweed on the beach, and we've been running around with Flynn trying to get him to not roll in unspeakable things. But what's become evident is this. Again, is plastic that has just come in with the tide. Just general detritus from whatever all over the beach. Look, I know I've moaned about this before, but in a way this is the war we're fighting now, right? Because all of this crap is in there, and that is awful when you look at how much of it there is coming in with this seaweed. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that because it's really important to me, and I see it. We've travelled all over Europe. Some places are worse than others. We need to all be aware, and I wanted to say so because when you see it, you got to call it out. Not great. Let's find something more positive to do now.
There's so many times, Janis, we've been to these places when it's either Sunday or Monday, haven't we? And everything is closed.
So this Grand Camp Les Bains, that is the original name of this village, and it sort of merged itself in 1970 something with the village of Maisie, which was a German military hidden bunker. There was about 2.5 miles of hidden tunnels underneath, which were covered up in 1944 by the Americans without really thinking about it, and they've discovered since, I think it was about 1980, there were American invasion plans, there was a hospital, there was war rooms, there was storerooms, there was a whole world down there, complete with all its equipment.
There was a band playing.
There was a band playing, probably. That's the history of this place, is this hidden German bunker. And so the place changed its name from Grand Camp Les Bains to Grand Camp Maisie. Very sleepy and a little bit run down. So we're now looking for a nice place that is open to have some sort of a beverage. So these paintings are all around the town, and they've been done this year, which is very nice. I like them a lot. So this is the old fish market, which is now a sailing school, and this was a very important part of the town. All the sailors used to come here and hang out and meet. It's a little forlorn now, unfortunately.
Everybody's left me and all the food's gone. I come back.
Hello.
Well, here we are. It's the first day of my woolly hat era of the year.
We all look forward to that.
Yes.
You and your hat. This is a gorgeous morning. It's very autumnal. The mist is amazing.
Yeah, it's 9:45 in the morning and it's still
Yeah.
totally morning mist.
The sun is trying to struggle through. So today is our last day.
Yeah.
We take the ferry back early this evening. So we'll do a little video for you later. A sort of, you know, a wrap-up video. Oh, figs.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, look at the house. Isn't that amazing? They look incredible in the mist. There's the house with the figs. Look at that sun. That sun's going to be amazing. It's going to be a beautiful day, guys. Anyway, let's see where this path leads.
1, 2, 3, 4. Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Mon Dieu qu'ils sont doux.
There we go. Said it was going to be a beautiful day. Here we go. Here is the mighty Seine. Is it Seine or Seine?
I think it's sane, but who knows?
Seine. I don't know.
Just saying.
Just saying. Absolutely beautiful. There are some incredible size ships going down the middle, and it's quite weird because the width of it isn't that much wider than the width of the river in Twickenham. It must be really deep because some of them are like 100 foot long and really tall, so presumably they weigh quite a lot. So we have just a few hours left before we leave. This is an absolutely perfect place to end our trip. Just beautiful and blessed with this beautiful day as well, so loving this. Should we do one more church? I mean, this looks like a good one. Be a shame not to.
Aime que vous zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Mon Dieu que c'est doux. Mais pas besoin des buissons du mois à doux quand tu m'embrasses doucement dans le cou. Car c'est curieux, tu vois, je l'avoue, ça me fait partout. Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Mon Dieu que c'est doux. Zooby zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Zooby zoo. Des petits bisous. Zooby zooby zoo. Ah.
Well, we're back.
From outer space.
Yeah, well, that was a hell of a trip. It seemed, it was epic. Our goal was to get to Norway.
But it was basically Norway. It was getting too cold, and every day was getting colder as we got further north, which wasn't entirely surprising, but...
No, but it was August. We didn't expect it to be quite so cold in August. But when we got to Stockholm, the first day we were there, I actually said to Geoff, I wish I'd bought my gloves. It was freezing. And it was on that day we decided that actually we didn't want any more of this. We wanted to try and squeeze what was left out of any last vestiges of summer. The reason we went north is because we thought it would be too hot if we go south in August.
Well, there was a big heat wave at the time in Spain and Italy and Portugal and everywhere. It really wouldn't have worked for us.
Yeah.
Even France was very hot. So we thought, why don't go north? Let's do Scandinavia. It was great, but...
We kind of got the worst of both worlds, really.
I'm not sure we do it again.
We both loved Stockholm. Stockholm was fantastic.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Denmark didn't quite do it for us in the way that we had hoped it would. For me, the trip really hit its stride when we headed back south. You know, we got to that lovely vineyard in southern Germany just before we cut back into France, and then the Chateaux Mountains
And the sea.
Yeah, it was lovely. And that gorgeous sort of ski lodge type restaurant place where we camped out overnight with the very underwhelming waterfall. We drove 2 hours to go see a waterfall, which ended up being a fairly sort of stream, really. So the question is, what next? Big Gus has got more work to do on him. Still, our diesel heater isn't working, which has been a source of constant chagrin. And it's just a pain in the neck. In fact, for the money we've spent, we might as well have bought a new one. And now we're actually thinking, why don't we just buy a new one? The problem being the bus is 14 years old and it has the original diesel heater in it, which is actually a very, very expensive, high-end, powerful diesel heater, which is 14 years old. And it runs very nicely for 15 minutes and then switches itself off.
Throws down its diesel heater handbag and says enough.
I know,
already.
It's bizarre. And we've had about 3 specialists look at it and nobody, including the guy that services the minibus fleet for the, I don't know, what is it?
It was Kent, yeah.
He couldn't work out what was wrong with it either. Well, the next thing that's going to happen is that, because I've got my new book coming out, obviously, so there'll be some travelling with that. So we shall be needing the bus, and because it will be winter, we shall be needing a working diesel heater. Because last year in the bus in February was not fun at all. So anyways, that's our plan. As far as our next big trip, we just don't know at the moment. We haven't planned anything yet. We will have to wait and see what happens with the book and what happens with all of that. We don't have any plans as yet. But then we never do, to be fair, do we?
No, really.
So, yes. So we always feel a bit shell-shocked. This is Geoff.
As you can probably see.
This is Geoff looking shell-shocked. Anyway, so there we are. So this is the end of that big trip, and we'll have to just see what happens next, guys. Anyway, so bye-bye for now, and we will see you soon.
Out there chasing rainbows, jumping over hedges, flying like a sparrow through the rain. I've been taking chances, losing my umbrella. I could grant your